Well, we got a logo painted on the canoe. We put them on the front end. I think it looks good. So while we was at it, we tattooed the truck. They look mighty small, don't they? We got one there. Went ahead and tattooed it there. And then we got one on this door. I've been wanting to do that for a while. And you know good and well, I painted my fingers doing that. There wasn't no way not to. Oh, Lord. And y'all, the other day I had a little extra paint. I did squirt some on that old boat over there. Somebody told me in one of my reels that boat paint don't stay on that canoe long. They might be right, I don't know. But it's on there today, ain't it? And that makes me happy. Well, y'all, we've built a ranger station. Roscoe, you having fun? Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. Turn this way. We finally got buggy piece back together today. Got my primary clutch rebuilt. My hands are still greasy. So we down here in the swamp. We finally got most of our projects and junk knocked out. See if we can do a little deer hunting. Don't know what kind of success we're gonna have. We just kind of last minute. So I don't want to wear this jacket, so I'm gonna buckle it in like this and tote it. I've got my grunt, some rattlers, some scent. I don't know. Might use it, might not need get it out. My binoculars is in there. So anyway, y'all have never seen these gun boots. They came with a buggy when I bought it new, and I very seldom use them. But I decided today, since I have got my 270 short mag. This is a Browning A-bolt. It's got a Trigicon scope on it with a lighted reticle in it. I like this rifle. It's a bad little dude. So let's go out here and we're gonna hunt the edge of a cutover. We're gonna get quiet. I wanted to do my talking right here, so we deer hunt. We don't do a lot of talking. This is the first time I have been down here in the swamp, down in this part of it where I like to hunt this year. I have walked some other areas that I had never hunted before. So anyway, see if we can have some success today. Pray for the good Lord to let us kill a deer. And I don't think you can kill a doe. I think it has to be a legal buck. So probably not gonna let a little buck walk. If he's somewhat legal, he's probably going home with us. So we're not trophy hunting. My blowed over a tree, has blowed all the way down. It was hung up there, and that finally broke on off, and now it's laying down. So I am climbed up on this root right here. So, and I ain't got nowhere to clamp my camera. I'll show y'all something. Secret weapon. What I got in here is some bones. Them deer, if there's a buck anywhere in this swamp, he's in this cutover. Got my Will Primo's grunt call. It's the only grunt call I got. Last year in this tree, I killed a good 8-point. Wasn't no monster, but a good one. I ain't as high up today to see him moving. But if he's in here, he's gonna come out right here. I noticed somebody has put a stand up over here on this private land, but they can't stop me from hunting right here. I'm legal. So anyway, we're gonna watch this cut over today. Wind's coming from that way, so that's gonna be my best option for a deer coming to me. I can hunt the whole cutover, but which my buggy's back here. I walked into the wind, so when you set yourself up for deer hunting, that wind is key. That wind dictates where you want to go hunt, really. And a good thing about the way I'm set up behind this brush pile, all my movement's kind of blocked. I'm just kind of peeping over the top of it, you know. But it don't matter how much you know and how much you do. There's a lot of luck comes into play. Lot of luck. That's just all there is to it. Now when you get that opportunity, you gotta make good on it. These binoculars help you in these cutovers, cause that deer, he blend in so well. You be standing there, you never see him. And a lot of that stuff out there is tall enough that if he's in it, you ain't gonna see him with these. Well, y'all, we didn't see nothing, which is expected. We got our stuff back in here. I like that gun boot. Look like I'm waiting to get that long gun in there. I got some new coffee at the house. Came from Backwoods Grind. Let's go try it out. I'm ready to get out of here and go warm my fingers up. Well, y'all, I got in, figured out that Michelle has done carried Brody to the doctor. Brody been sick, and Michelle's been sick since yesterday. He sat in the chair all day today, I think, watch TV. He ain't even hardly played, so. When I went to town today, I had to go get some corn to put in my feeder. I realized this morning it was slim out. I had to go do a few errands and pick up a few things, and I decided I'd go by the grocery store, and I got me a sack of them big oranges. Every time we come in here and we buy oranges, they buy them little old bitty oranges. By the time you go through the trouble of peeling the thing, there ain't 2 bites in it. I said, I want me some big orange. That way when I peel it, I can sit there and eat it for a little bit. But knowing they're sick, I got some orange juice and chicken noodle soup. Might have got me some sauce meat and some bread, because I figured I saw some sandwiches in my future. Anyway, y'all, this is Backwoods Grind Coffee Company. It says Carthage, Mississippi. I had in mind they were in Jackson, but it says Carthage. They have a podcast, and I don't know exactly what all else they do. But I did know of them before they contacted me the other day. Actually, I think through Instagram, but I'll probably do a reel with this coffee. I had heard of their coffee and had heard that it was good coffee. It says Merry Christmas from Addison. Oh man, they sent 2 different bags. Cool. I wasn't expecting but 1 bag. Bean origin Peru. Bean origin Costa Rica. Medium roast and dark roast. So they've hooked me up. I like the dark roast. Michelle is going to favor the medium roast. 100% pure Arabica coffee, roasted dark to bring out the delicious notes of walnut, chocolate, and raisin with a nice smoky finish. All right, this medium roast says Costa Rica bean origin, 100% 100% pure Arabica coffee, roasted medium dark to bring out the delicious notes of red apple, roasted almond, and cane sugar. So y'all may want to get online and check out Backwoods Grind Coffee Company. I am not sure. These are 12-ounce bags, just in case you was curious. This is ground. Apparently it has whole bean, like an option to be marked on the bottom. So it's marked ground, so you can get a bean coffee. I'm probably going. I don't want to build a fire right now. I'm fixing to. I've got some deer steaks laid out. I'm fixing to cut up and cook on the Blackstone. I'm not gonna film all that. You've seen me do deer steaks before. I just don't feel like building a fire. I think I'm gonna make coffee in my percolator pot. It makes it a mite strong, but that's all right. I better cut. That's the medium roast. I want to do the dark roast. And I don't know the best way to open this to reseal it, because I see. All right, it has a tab on the back here. I knew better than just that. I was finna take my pocket knife and just go at it. You know how I am. But it peels right here. That peels off of there. And that allows you to have a Ziploc seal on the back. See that? So you're liable to miss that if you ain't looking. Oh, that smells. It smells different than anything I have ever smelled, but it smells good. I'm excited about trying this. Backwoods Grind Coffee. I went in there and done washed this out and filled it up with water in there. So what I do, I know that when I run my water, I run it up to about that first hole on the bottom of that inside. I know that it takes about 4 good spoonfuls of coffee to, let me pull this out. I done got it wet. I'm gonna get my table all wet. That's all right. I got to show y'all what I'm doing here. So we'll put about 4 of these spoons. And you need you a good spoon like this. Now that is a little more than a teaspoon. So you really don't need 4 of these completely, but I like to use 4. Like that old boy said, he said, I don't know how many of them it would have took to have whooped me. He said, but I knew how many they was going to use. That's kind of well, I don't know how many it'd take to make this, but I know how many I'm going to use. All right. Y'all, you need you one of these right here to hang around with. When you get you one of these and one of these fishing knives, oh Lord, over here, and a trapper and a lighter, you got it made now. Now this time of year I keep a roll of string. Might as well see what all's in these pockets while we at it. Now I got an extra bullet for my rifle and my chapstick, because the wind is tough and it dries my lips out, y'all. Good Lord. All right, let me get all my junk back in my pocket. All right, let's get this over here and light it. Now, y'all, I'm still tempted to be. I brought 2 sticks of pine up here that I picked up out of the yard down there. What in the world? Air's blowing the wrong way here. You have to turn it wide open to get it stopped. There it went. Here, now I can turn it back down. When you try to light it, when it turns way down, we'll leave it about right there. I leaned over and heard something rattle in my pocket. Oh, I know what that is. We're gonna let that get to percolating. Oh, y'all, I leaned over, I heard something rattle while I was in town picking up stuff today. Check them jigs out. Now, what y'all don't know, I ain't never used this brand, Mr. Twister, but look, they got a slight pink hue to the bottom of them bellies of them. I can't find my Bobby Garland crystal colored, but I tell y'all what's on my mind. I'm getting old camouflage boat over there, the War Eagle, charged up. I'm itching to go this weekend and put it in a little old private, well, it's a public water, it's a park over here, Burnside Lake, they call it. I know there's crappie in there. I know there's good crappie in there. I have yet to ever find these crappie and really catch them. I have caught one or two in there. And y'all, you know me, I'd just soon fish as I had to hunt. I mean, really, I'd rather crappie fish this time of year than I had deer hunt. But we need some deer meat. Speaking of deer meat, I'm fixing to go in there and get my cutting board set up right here. I'm going to cut me up some deer steaks, and I'm going to cook them on the black stone. And somebody over here, I left him and went to the swamp today, and I don't know if he's going to forgive me or not. You going to forgive me for leaving you here? Huh? He said he might. Hey now, easy. He's trying to sugar me right in the mouth. That's what he tries to do. Ah, you rascal, you. Ah, well, hop down now. Come on, get down. All right. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Oh, hang on, no. We ain't gonna do all this like a cooking video right here. Let me pour this blood out on the ground. There's more water than anything, I think. This is one of the best muscles out of a deer. I'm gonna have to get me a garbage can out here. I got that over yonder heating up though. So what I do, I like to get all this white stuff off of there that I can. I don't know if I can do it with this knife or not though. It's sharp, but it's big for such as this. I tell you one, it ain't. There's never a shortage of knives with me. Just not gonna happen. Not gonna say, well, that old boy didn't have a knife. They don't ever say that. Now they might say that old boy, he never got to fly an airplane. Be like, nope, wouldn't let me have a knife. I'd rather drive to California than give up my pocket knife to fly there. Which I ain't got no business in California. Cut this white mess out. That right there that stuff right there will run a good steak, I'm telling you. It'll flat do it. And it's aggravating to cut it all off, but well, knife's too sharp. I knew it was gonna do that. Everybody wants a razor sharp knife till you start trying to fillet something and want it to slide in between there and it just cuts through whatever you touch it. So it ain't always a good thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes some of this old junk you can peel off. You know what I mean? Like, but that goes to ripping. Boy. Let me cut right through there. Sound like the neighbors is having them a party. I hear radios are knocking. That don't sound like George Jones they playing. And it don't sound like no old gospel hymn. So I seriously doubt it's bluegrass. Alright. There is some little old glands right there we're gonna get out. You want to clean this junk up best you can. See that in there? It's just going to make your deer meat eating experience more gooder if you'll get rid of all this old stuff here. Now you see there's a big white line right down this side right here. Oh, We may have sacrificed a little meat, but we got rid of all that. That's good enough. I mean, you can get just slam picky with it. Get all of it out you can, but now I'm getting hungry standing here looking at it. So, cut that off. Turn this where y'all can see behind. See my finger? We're going to go about an inch. Everybody's sick around here. Ain't nobody else but me gonna eat much. Lissy will eat a little. They got them a big old pot of chicken noodle soup in there. Homemade that Michelle made. I guess she knew she was gonna be sick for a few days. So I bought them some of that canned stuff. I was scared I didn't realize how much they had made in that pot. I knew they had some, but my Lord, I opened the lid on it, and I don't even like soup. All right. So what we're going to do, we got this right here, eat them raw seasoning we're going to put on this, and that's about all we're going to do with it. And we're going to go heavy with it. So it's got a lot of garlic, salt, and lemon pepper and such as that in it. It's what it is. Flip it all over. All right. I bet that is ready to. I'm gonna pick all this up, lay it upon here. And watch this. We're gonna make sure all that seasoning gets over here on it too. Y'all didn't know that deer hunting video was gonna turn into a deer cooking video, did you? I was finna say I don't hear no sizzle, but now I don't want to scald it. I want to cook it a little bit slower. So. Some of them little pieces. This deer was a mite small. We're gonna have to kill it for nothing. All right. I hear that coffee over there percolating, y'all, and I can smell it too. I got this cup out here, but I think I'm gonna go get one of my pottery cups. I gotta clean my cutting board off. Tempted to build a fire, but I figure as soon as I get my coffee and get this meat cooked, I'm going in yonder to sit in the house, and I gotta build a fire in there, so I'm gonna get over there and split me up some kindling and whatnot, and which I got kindling in my kindling box. And I'll build a fire in there and sit in the house with it and sip on this coffee. I'm gonna cook them deer steaks right there on that Blackstone. That coffee is smelling good. I can smell it. I can smell it. Oh, I can smell it. Well, I know what I was gonna tell y'all. I know y'all noticed when I was filming the buggy, I had to get rid of them big god-awful mud grip tires, y'all. That thing, it just going down the road, I mean, you just about dang near jar your dentures out. So I had to get rid of them things. I figured it, I said, I can probably handle it, but I don't know if a buggy can. I was afraid he's liable to shake the rest of it apart. So I got them off. We're going to try to order before too awful long a set of truck tires. I want them for a couple of reasons. A good mud grip, like a buckshot mutter or something. I think you got to order a BF Goodwrench. And I don't know if they make the buckshot mutters, but for those 14-inch wheels is why I bought them tires and wheels anyway. But if you go through like where somebody has bush hogged a pasture and you got them goldenrod and saplings and just whatever stuff, they're about big as your finger, and that bush hog will lean them over and it'll cut them into a point every time. Well, you run over them, they'll poke them little four-wheeler tires just right straight. Well, if you get a steel belted radial, it'll last through that stuff, and then me running up down these roads and gravel roads, they'll last a lot longer than them little old four-wheeler tires. So let's check on this meat here. Well, I can't keep this edge on my spatula from rusting out here. I watch them old boys get on them cast iron pages, and they'll take a cast iron skillet and they want to polish it to a mirror finish, and they think it's funny, I think, which I don't care what they do with their cast iron. It don't make me not one bit of difference. But the thing that they don't realize, and I can show you this right here, the rest of this thing will season and hold a seasoning, but where I have sharpened it and, basically polished and ground, it rusts. You can't get it to keep from rusting, and that's the secret with them things. I need to put me a little bit of lard right in with this deer meat right there. Y'all cook with lard? Well, I thought I had it. All right, I better go be getting me something to put that on. Probably before the lard melts is going to be done. I don't want them overly cooked, I'll tell you. I imagine that's about as done as I want mine. I want it. I like to cut into it and see red in the middle now. I'm going to tell you. You just run him by and I'll cut me a piece off the way I like my steak cooked. All right, well, that would do that right there. We better cut the rest of it off. Cut all these knobs off. And then you got to cut this gas bottle down here off. Y'all seeing that? Y'all can't see that. There you go. That looks good, don't it? Well, let's try this out. I thought I cut that off, but it ain't. I cut the gas off, it's still burning over. I don't know what's up with that thing. Anyway, I went in there and ate my steak, let that coffee cook a little bit. Get the full flavor out of it. I want to see what it really tastes like. Now, y'all, that's good coffee. I got to give them boys that now. That's good coffee. Oh, yeah. I can drink me a couple of cups of that tonight. Well, I was going to ask y'all, how many deer hunting videos without killing a deer can y'all stand? I tell you what we're going to do. It may do it tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I'm going to have to kind of see. Because I like to do a live on Friday night. So, hunting late, if I had to kill anything, could squander the live. I could do it in the morning. May ought to do it in the morning. But I ain't got the canoe loaded up. I want to load the canoe up and take the shotgun and a rifle and paddle that river a little bit, and more squirrel hunt and duck hunt than anything. I've got one duck in the freezer that I shot this past week. One morning I went around to the creek and but I hadn't got down there to seriously do any creek walking and hunting, squirrel hunting, duck hunting. So I would like to to do a canoeing video. I've got my canoe painted, obviously. Y'all seen that video. So I'm ready to get out in the woods and do some things. I hadn't got to get out there a whole lot. I've had so much going on, but I'm finally just about done with the project. So it's time to spend a little time in the woods and do some relaxing, enjoyable things instead of working all the time. But I like making things and doing stuff, so I mean, it ain't gonna stop that. I still got a lot of knives I'm gonna make, but anyway, we're gonna get some hunting videos for y'all. I know y'all ready to see that canoe, but honestly, y'all, there's just barely enough water here to paddle the thing. It's still dry. We've had about 3.5 inches of rain this whole fall. I like that coffee. It's got a different flavor now. If you are a diehard, I like my Folgers coffee, you may not like this, but the best coffee that I have drink is Hebrew's coffee from a convenience store. But now this is, give me a little bit of time to drink this and let it cool down where it's not so hot. You can get the full part of the flavor. Some folks, they can take a cup of coffee scalding hot and act like they can tell all the flavor. For me, I get the full part of the flavor when it cools down a little bit, not cold. Just where it ain't just, where you barely can taste it. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee. So y'all go check out Backwoods Grind. I'll put a link, if I can get a link, down in the description and let y'all see it. But man, y'all, this is some good smelling. Just the grounds have a good aroma to it. But anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.